Wall Street in the 1920s. A place where fortunes were made, monocles were polished, and optimism soared higher than a champagne-fueled biplane. But just before the world's most infamous stock market crash, a new player wandered into the chaos. She didn't wear a bowler hat. She didn't work at a bank. She didn't understand economics. But she had tea leaves. And that, apparently, was enough. So sit back, sip your moon-charged chamomile, and let's unravel the tale of Madame Cleo, the fortune-teller who turned tarot cards into stock tips, baffled the bankers, and maybe, just maybe, outsmarted the system. Our story begins not in a boardroom, but in a storefront psychic's lair. Enter Madame Cleo, no relation to the TV psychic from the 90s. She was an immigrant woman with a thick accent, mysterious earrings, and a knack for staring deeply into people's souls, or wallets. But Cleo had a gift. She told you when to dump your unfaithful lover, and when to dump your railroad stocks. Local gossip swirled. A dentist doubled his savings after Cleo warned him about Mercury in retrograde, bad time for mining stocks. A baker sold his steel shares after Cleo's tea leaves curled toward doom. Coincidence? Wall Street wasn't so sure. By 1927, Cleo's client list had gone full Gatsby. Brokers, bankers, and bootleggers sat cross-legged on velvet cushions, desperate to know if Mars would approve their margins. She wasn't reading balance sheets. She was reading stars. And here's the strange bit. Her predictions were often right. A big-name investor famously cancelled a stock buy after Cleo told him Saturn is in Scorpio. Danger looms. The stock tanked 3 weeks later. Soon she was dubbed the Wizard of Wall Street. Not by CNBC, by word of mouth. The most dangerous force in finance. Of course, not everyone was a believer. The New York Financial Tribune ran a front-page editorial titled Witchcraft, the Latest Investment Strategy. The editor called her a scam wrapped in incense, but also admitted his wife made a small fortune after Cleo warned her about a green-eyed stock. The stock's logo? A green owl. Coincidence? Maybe. Wall Street's elite didn't know what to do. Was she a scam artist or a savant? They couldn't agree, so they booked appointments just in case. Then came Black Tuesday. October 29th, 1929. The day optimism fell off a cliff, and everyone realized they couldn't pay for that third car. The market crashed, fortunes crumbled, brokers cried, but not Cleo. 2 weeks earlier, she'd quietly sold all her investments. Why? She said her crystal ball vibrated ominously. She warned her regulars, "The numbers have turned against you. Sell." Most laughed. One man said, "Cleo, stocks don't care about Jupiter." He lost everything. Cleo bought a new hat. As Cleo's fame grew, so did the suspicion. The SEC, newly formed to clean up Wall Street, started sniffing around. They didn't like that one of the only people who profited from the crash was a psychic. Was she running a scam? Insider trading? Witchcraft? Turns out, none of the above. Her books were clean. Her taxes paid. Her methods? Private and otherworldly, she said. The government couldn't arrest someone for being weird. Not yet. By the early 1930s, Cleo was charging $100 per session, roughly $2,000 today. Her tea leaf charts hung framed on the walls of several banks. Rumour had it, a major firm refused to file IPO paperwork during a Mercury retrograde, because Cleo said so. A rival banker was heard saying, "I don't believe in fortune tellers, but I do believe in results." Then, around 1935, she vanished. No retirement announcement, no press conference, just gone. Some say she moved to Cuba. Others say she joined a convent. One particularly bold theory claims she foresaw her own irrelevance and bowed out before it arrived. Her clients mourned. One broker said she knew when to buy, when to sell, and when to disappear. That's all you need in life. So, what do we make of Madame Cleo? A lucky guesser? A shrewd investor with flair? Or did she really know something we don't? Maybe it doesn't matter. Because while the markets crashed and Wall Street burned, one little woman with a teacup and a plan walked away with everything and didn't owe a soul an explanation. If you ask me, that's the real magic. This has been Lazy History Club. Until next time, may your fortunes rise like Jupiter in the second house.